Okay, let's go to John. He goes, hello, YMYW team. I recently came across your podcast and been listening to some back episodes. I have some questions. Good boy. Doing some investigation on this. I hope you can answer this on the podcast, on a podcast episode. You mentioned it may be better to claim Social Security early instead of waiting to age 70 if you save the Social Security benefits. Every financial advisor I've heard shouts from the rooftop, unless the Grim Reaper is pounding on the front door, delay Social Security to 70 in a discussion. Can you explain the math behind your assessment? Yes, we can. Does it apply to claiming at 67 only, or does it extend all the way down to 62? It applies to 62. What if you have another lost decade in stocks, which seems more likely than not? Does your assessment take into account that the earnings on the Social Security payments you have saved will be taxed as capital gains instead of being taxed at regular income, as most Social Security payments are? Or is that even more icing on the cake to take Social Security early? Okay, do you want to do the math there?
Yeah, I've done it before. So I would say it this way. When I've run analysis to look at 70 versus 62, the break even turns out to be somewhere around 79 or 80. And that's just in real dollars. No taxation, no increase for Social Security for cost of living. That's just straight dollars.
Right. So if you have a $2,000 a month benefit or $24,000 a year, you add $24,000 from age 67 to 79, or you take your lower benefit from 62, you add up all of those benefits. Basically, the break even is roughly around 79 years of age or 80.
Exactly. And as you said, that's because if you take it at 62, you've got 8 more years of collecting payments. But if you wait till 70, you start later, but you have a much higher payment. So that's the break even, if you want to think about break even. Then when I kind of overlay that with that 6% rate of return, again, no taxes, no cost of living. We're just trying to keep this simple. It adds about 10 years in the break even. It comes out to about 89 or 90, the break even, which tells me that if you take it at 62, you're disciplined, you believe the market over a long period of time is going to earn 6%, and you have a much later break even. So that's more like 89 or 90. I would say most people spend what they get, so it doesn't really work for most people. But if you're disciplined, that can be a decent strategy. But if we do have another lost decade, then it didn't work very well.
Right. I mean, it's all about the assumptions that you're making.
Yeah, the market assumptions, which nobody knows.
Right. It could be negative, and then you would be far less better off by investing. So it's 100% of the assumptions that you're making. So if you assume that so John, while you're drinking your Mick Ultra, right, get a spreadsheet and then figure out, right, what your benefit is at 62, what your benefit is at full retirement age, and what your benefit is at age 70. Add up that annually, and then you'll find out what the real number is, and you'll find your break even. And then you run assumptions and say, okay, well, how about if I get 3%? Or how about if I get 4%? How about I get 8%? And then you can even get more complex and say, all right, well, let's just say that there's a capital gains tax drag on my overall return each and every year. So there's different things that you can do. However, it's if you don't need the money, right? If you need to spend the money, right, then it's we believe that Social Security is income. It's not an investment. For those of you that think Social Security is an investment, that's why we tell you to take it early and invest it if you think it's an investment. However, we will shout to the rooftops as well that it probably makes more sense to delay, because it's a guaranteed income stream that you can't outlive that will help you later in life, because you're basically taking a fixed income early and investing it. If you need the income, that's not the right strategy.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I'm waiting to age 70 myself.
Well, look at Big Al. He's been giving out his family financial planning secrets.
Family secrets.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.